ready, Jane?
I'm ready.
Okay.
응답하라 여친. Go to the into the 실.
Back to the kyung to the Jew. Hey. Jane,
Yes.
we love our husbands. Why'd you laugh? You're supposed We love our husbands.
Uh-huh.
I love my husband, but there are things he says and I just instantly want to slap him. And I had that experience.
Things he says.
Yeah, and
Like
okay,
passive aggressive?
No. Well, so I went pink.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Your
you know-
hair. She means her
yes.
hair.
Oh, yes, my hair. Since if you're just listening, I went from purple to pink.
Mm-hmm.
And a hair color, when you choose to opt for like a fashion color like this,
Yes.
people assume that it's an open conversation to be had.
Uh-huh.
It's the most bizarre thing to
Okay.
me because it's still my hair. Like if you
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it invites
seems, opinions.
apparently, and I didn't ask for it. I don't
Uh-huh.
really actually want to talk about my
Yeah.
hair. It's just what I think is fun to do or whatever.
Yeah.
But I feel like fashion colors
Mhm.
apparently make it like obviously you want me to talk about it or something. Anyways,
Yeah.
I did debate whether I want the roots to be black or not, and I kind of have regrets about. I think I should have just let the roots be black.
Uh-huh.
But because I thought the shade looked really good on me, and then when I went completely with the roots
Mhm.
also pink, it's like a lot. I don't know.
Uh-huh.
It's like hindsight, whatever.
Okay. But won't the roots eventually grow?
Yeah. So then I think it'll all be fine.
It'll be
In
fine.
fact, it's already growing. I can't even see it because
Uh-huh.
I'm that obsessive. But my husband. So I said, "Oh, we're liking the pink." He said, "It kind of blends with your face." I was like, "Bitch, what do you mean? It's pink."
Uh-huh.
And he goes, but you got that red thing kind of going on with your face. I was like, "Are you talking about my blotchiness?"
Uh-huh.
And he's like, "Yeah,
that. I didn't have a word for it.
It's kind of like too much, like it's it's blending too much with the blotchiness of your face." Who the fuck says that?
Oh, was it a foot and mouth moment?
But I couldn't even be mad because I knew exactly what he was talking about.
Yeah.
I think I'd already like thought about it in my own head,
Uh-huh.
but not like actually verbalized it.
Mhm.
Like, what is it? Because when the black was like an inch out,
Yeah.
like I don't know, something about it kind of made that more distant from the face.
Mhm.
But now that it's all pink, it
Uh-huh.
like brings out the blotchiness.
I can see.
You know what I mean?
I see what he was trying to say.
And honestly, what I'm saying,
he trusts you.
exactly. It's a
Yeah.
safe
It's a safe
place
place.
until he sees the look on my
Oh,
face.
yeah.
and I want to punch him.
Was he backtracking,
He was like,
backpedaling?
"You know what He always does
Yeah.
this. He's like, "You know what
Yeah.
I mean." Like, I'm like, fuck it. I do know what he means.
Uh-huh.
But only he could get away with shit like that.
Yeah.
You know?
Which is why you're married to him.
Right.
Yes.
And that's so funny because I think I had another friend who would do shit like that.
Uh-huh.
And it would irritate the
Uh-huh.
it would irritate the fuck out of me. And they said something like, "Well, Adonis said it too." And I'd be
No.
like,
No,
no. That's why I'm married. He got the
Yeah.
pass because he married me.
Exactly.
He has to put up with all of this. So no,
Exactly.
you don't get the same pass.
No.
The husband pass.
Yes.
What does Ben
It's a
get?
place of privilege and also
Yeah, you got to tell me now what
disadvantage.
it felt like a
Yeah.
huge disadvantage in that moment. Well, does Ben get a pass, a husband pass, that nobody else
I'm trying to think.
would ever be allowed to say, but he could get away with saying to you?
Oh yeah, he knows the worst of me, right? So the thing that he says the most, and nobody else could say this because nobody else knows my dad, but my dad, I mean, no one else, like my friends don't know how my dad is, right? Like at home.
Right.
But I'm very much like him. Very kind of hard-headed.
Oh.
And so a lot of times Ben says, well, yeah, I'm just married to Wunsup. Unsop is my dad's name,
But somehow that's so like,
and it's both irritating.
Yes.
But I know it's true.
yes.
So
Oh yeah, it's exactly like
and
that.
it kind of makes me prideful.
Right, a little bit
because
insulted.
I'm like a little insulted.
Yeah.
Because I don't like the worst of my dad. I'm like, I
Yeah.
don't think I'm like him. Like I think I'm
Right.
an improvement. But I also feel like because I'm like him, I'm the only one that can say that.
But exactly. But also
Yeah.
there's an element of like, I can say that
Yeah, but
because I'm his daughter
Yeah.
and there's like a thing
and so he
there.
gets that pass where I can say that because I'm my dad's daughter. But yeah, I guess you can say that too because you're my husband. But
What do you think he gives you a pass for? Do you think
everything.
Oh, you get a pass for everything?
Yeah.
You do?
I think so.
How? Give me an example.
Being like being a brat and being stubborn.
You're a brat, Jay? No.
Yes.
Oh my
Yeah,
God. We
I
need
can
to
be a
have
brat.
Ben
Yeah.
here. We need to. How are you a brat? Tell us.
Just like being stubborn and hard-headed. And I think he gives me a pass for really like being who I am. Yeah.
No, I know what you mean.
You know, like
Yeah.
he just knows. So he knows like after dinner, I want to do anything. I don't want to
You?
interact with the kids.
You?
Me.
Oh.
Me. I want to go inside the bathroom and do my skincare and do my mask. So the other day he goes, you can go in and do. He motioned on his face
You
like
can
all
go.
of this. Yeah, he
Do
made
that.
a sign with his hand over
Have you
his
tried
face.
the mask I gave you?
I loved it.
It's so good, right?
Yes, but so it's Ellen gave me like that viral mask that goes on
Overnight
your
mask.
face, and then your face absorbs all the goodness.
Yeah.
And then you wake up with it like rice paper on your face in the morning.
Yeah.
But I think I felt a little bit suffocated.
Okay.
So I peeled it off in the middle of the night, I think. But it was all clear by then.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Jane.
But I did love it. But I know, I'm just like, it's hard for me to sleep restricted with
You know,
something on my face.
so yeah, this viral mask has taken TikTok by storm. And it's like I think on TikTok Shop they sell it for like $12, I think was the lowest I saw.
For a single
Yeah.
set.
I think it's a single one.
Oh, that's expensive.
And then like, you know how TikTok Shop has
Mhm.
like, they seem to somehow manage to have just crazy deals on it.
Yeah.
There, I think you could get it for like maybe $8 or $9. And then when I got it in Korea, I think I got it for a really good deal. It came down to probably like close to $6 or $7, which
Is
for a
it-
single mask,
Yeah.
that's expensive.
Is it that type that's viral, or is it a specific brand?
I feel
that's
like it's
viral?
that particular
Okay.
brand, but it is also
That-
like
that
it become a
type.
type.
Mhm.
So basically, it's a skin mask, it's a face mask. But see, what I don't love doing these like put on mask things because I feel like it's so temporary. But these you sleep in, and the next morning, your skin is so plump.
Mhm.
And I shit you not, I was shocked because I'm a terrible sleeper.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if I was just extra tired that day.
Yeah.
I managed to sleep on my back, which I can never do,
Uh-huh.
I
I start on my back,
but I go
always-
to the side.
Yeah.
I think eventually that's what happened, but I did actually fall asleep on my back
Mhm.
because I was like, I'll just sleep on my back until this mask
Yes.
does the absorbing thing.
Uh-huh.
And then I think I managed to do that. Anyways, the next morning, I was like, oh my God. It felt like it really soaked in.
Yeah.
That plumpness lasted a full week. And I was shocked by it because I don't think you can do that mask. Like, I was thinking if I was rich, I would do this mask all the time. No, because like you said, it's suffocating. Like, it's almost like so much that you can only do it like once a week. But for me, the plumpness, because like, you know, I touched Sawyer's face. Oh, see, it's rough right now.
Yeah.
I'm touching it right now. It doesn't have that because I didn't do it this week. But when I touched Sawyer's face, he has the softest skin in our
Like a
home.
baby's bum.
I'm like, oh, he's like a little baby's bum.
yeah.
I got that feeling from that mask on my face.
And it lasted a week.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So I think if I were to do it weekly, but I'm terrible at just doing my regular skin. You're good about doing your regular skin routine. So I think it's that phenomenally good.
Yeah.
But
well, that's good to know.
Yeah. If you were able to do it. Anyways, I found it, but it's hard to sleep in for sure.
That reminds me of something else that I give Ben a pass for.
What?
This
mask reminded you of what you give Ben a pass for?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is just existing, and then no, wait. That sounded really bad. That sounded really okay.
I let you just exist.
The point I'm trying to make is I think he uses my body wash.
What?
I think
that
he
bothers you.
No, I give him a pass for it. If I didn't give him a pass for it, that would bother me.
You don't share the body wash?
No.
What?
I mean, like, I have my I have my products, and then we have products that we share. For example, like, I don't think he's ever bought a bottle of shampoo, because I just buy the shampoo. Like, I buy what I like.
He uses whatever you use.
Yes.
Yeah.
So he'll have feedback like, oh, I like that new shampoo. I'm glad you like it. And then I have this body wash that I use. But, you know, when it gets to the end of the bottle, you can kind of I flip it over in the shower so that it comes out better. And then I can tell, like, how many more showers I have with this. So it's in there today.
Is
and
it
was
a woman's
all gone.
body wash?
No. It's,
okay.
But it's like I use it, and then he uses like soap. Like, I thought the bar of soap he uses.
Oh, okay. So he has his own soap. Okay.
Yeah. But
I used the last bit the other time.
Yeah, which was fine because, you know, I always have
another one. Not fine,
another
Jane.
one.
It was clearly not fine, Ben. What the fuck? Use your damn soap.
No, but hey, I give him a pass for it because I never mentioned it to him. I'm just like, okay, that's fine. Like, I just observe, and, you know, but it's really, when I'm nearing my period, I'll get more irritated. But when I'm not, like, when I'm in the middle of the cycle, it's like I'm so unbothered. But
I can't believe that you were like, I just thought of something. I give him a pass.
I was
for using
thinking
my
about
body wash.
skincare and body care, because he also is very much into skincare. So I will give him
He
stuff.
is?
Yes, he is.
He has his own?
He has his own. Yep.
Oh, what brand does he use?
He really likes this Korean American brand called Skinesque.
Oh.
And it's an acquaintance of ours who started it. And I would say she's probably one of the first brands that are like US-based brands that worked with labs in Korea to kind of make K-beauty accessible.
Oh, interesting.
Right? Yeah, but he really likes their line of stuff. So
that reminds me that Adonis also has his own skincare routine. Yeah, it's like made for men. I forget the name. It's Geo something, but he does routines better than me.
He has really good skin.
Adonis?
Yeah, I think he does.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't break out or anything.
Yeah.
So I guess for a man, that's good skin. Like, but he does the whole routine. Whereas I'm just like, I'm too damn tired. I'm so bad about routine. I will just go sleep. If I'm tired enough.
But you know what? Sometimes, like, less is more.
I think that's what works for me. Like, I clearly am not
My best
doing
friend
anything.
is that way. Like, she used, like, I don't know, water, like Irish Spring, so whatever soap, and she never had a pimple in her life.
Don't you think, Jane, if you actually didn't do anything, do you really think there'd be a huge difference from what you're doing now? If you really, because I'm a testament.
I do. Well, are you?
I don't do anything. Really.
Yeah, but okay, so I will say, like, the LED masks. It works.
Do you think so? Because I have that $400 thing.
But you have to do it every day.
Every day.
Do it every day.
And that's where I fail.
And so it's about building habits, right? So it's tedious. It's really tedious. But when I tried to do it every other day, it didn't work.
Yeah,
Like breaking my streak,
every
that doesn't work. You
single
just do it every
day.
day. So that's so that's, you're talking about what I get a pass for. I get a pass for doing dinner and then going straight to the bathroom and then
That's
to my
nice.
bed and doing my mask. And I'll do a couple of cycles because it has an automatic, shut off. And I'll do a couple of cycles of that, the red light therapy.
What do you notice of using that
I notice, I can't speak to like the tightening, but I do notice fading of my
Dark spots?
Mhm. Considerable. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, because I think when I did an in-office treatment, it was way too harsh for me, and I had a lot of peeling. It was just very traumatic on my skin. And so I don't know if I'm going to go back for I bought like a package of
what?
treatments. It was like a laser
Peel?
treatment, not a peel, but a laser treatment, and it causes I forget what the term is, but your skin kind of sloughs off in the days that follow.
Oh.
And your sunspots are supposed to fade.
Yeah.
But you have to really do it in a series.
Yeah.
Because my dermatologist said, like on Asian skin, brown spots, like brown pigmented spots on Asian skin is really tricky to
Get rid of?
Because
Wow.
she said you overdo it. Like you do have to kind of be consistent and a little bit aggressive in order to fade them. But if you overdo it, the hyperpigmentation will be worse.
What?
So she's like, that's why she said it's really tricky.
Oh, shit.
So I'm a little bit nervous to go back. And so I just told myself, so in the meantime, I didn't do anything. And I really felt like the spots were more prominent. And I could tell just by like, I'm having to conceal more.
Really?
Like when I do my makeup. But now, I've been doing it consistently for not even that long, like 3 weeks. I'm trying to build that habit. And I can see the difference.
My melasma's back.
Is it back? I can't tell. It's because it's getting warmer.
Yeah. It comes back. I totally forgot about it during fall, winter. And with the sun shining, I can see it.
I know. I mean, I have it very slightly too. But it's very common around your mouth.
It's so annoying because I don't wear anything. You know what's funny? When I was in Korea, so the girl that I was traveling with, she takes a full hour and a half to get ready.
No.
Yeah,
what are you doing for an hour and a half?
Well, every day she has a routine. So she's half Mexican, half Filipino. She goes, listen, I didn't get the good genes from those two sides. I got the hairy gene. Every day she shaves.
Really?
Every day, Jane.
That's a lot of work.
Yeah, and I was like, but it's like you said, a routine.
It's a habit
system.
for her.
So while I'm sleeping, which was fine with me because I'm like, we did it in a way where like, okay, I know you take this long to get ready. You can get started in the bathroom because I'll just go pee and you can have the bathroom and I'll just sleep in. So we had that system.
Yeah.
And then she'd be like, okay, I'm ready. I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
We just go. I mean, I brush my teeth. That's it. But yeah, she has a whole system of like shaving all her lady bits. And then like it has to be on the daily.
But why are you doing that? Were you guys in bathing suits and stuff?
No, it gets out of control.
Okay.
I mean, no,
I will believe.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I think it's more like a way to stay ahead of it.
Sure.
And
that makes sense.
legs. She also has to shave her legs.
Because I've really let that go.
I've never shaved my legs.
Oh yeah, you were showing me. You have hairless legs.
Oh, you said you do shave your legs.
I do, but when I have to. Only
do
when
you
I have
to. Do you think you have
no,
to?
I really
don't. Think you
I
have
mean,
to. I think it's this
nobody's
American
gonna look
mindset.
that closely,
right?
But I do have. If you look,
like fuzz?
I will have. Yeah.
Yeah, but
mean,
that's like nothing.
Yeah.
That's
I know. Do you remember when it was when I was in middle school, but I thought I had to like wax and shave everything?
Yeah, it's that perpetuation, right?
Yes.
Like, especially in American culture, they make you. I shaved, I think, once just for like, am I supposed to? But I didn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had like boys make fun of me because of my arm hair. I remember like when we were square dancing. Yeah.
When were you square dancing?
It was a unit in 5th grade.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then a boy made fun of your hairy arms?
Yeah, we were doing
Fuzz,
this like
little
promenade.
peach fuzz arm?
Yeah, and he goes, ew. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
How old are you?
We were 10.
That must have been traumatizing. Was it?
Yeah, I don't like him to this day. But
Do you know him still?
Oh yeah. Oh no. I mean, we've lost touch. I don't know what he's doing now.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I am just imagining
Yeah.
little Jane, like with the little.
The boys
peach
were
fuzz.
mean. In
You know why,
elementary
though?
School. They
No,
were
no,
so
Jane.
mean.
No, it's because they liked you.
No,
that's what they
I
say.
was a nerd. I had like really thick glasses, and yeah,
Oh,
I was
speaking
very
of glasses.
quiet. Yeah.
Remember how we talked about how was it you and I in this conversation where our kids kind of don't have like a sense of race still, even though
a sense of race.
do your kids?
They do now. I won't say race. They know Korean. They're very,
Yeah.
and they'll
Well,
add.
they're very proud.
They're very proud to be
And you've instilled
Korean.
that
They're
in them,
very
yeah.
into drawing the taegeuk on everything.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's nice. Oh my God, I
Mhm.
gotta get my kids into
Yeah,
that.
they're very into that. But yeah, I think they're still a little hazy on like Asian
Yeah.
and race and yeah.
So my kids are, I think, now entering the phase of like where it's coming up more.
Okay.
Because just like they're more curious about like, they were like asking me like, how do you say this last name? NG.
Oh, okay.
Do you know, Jane?
Oh,
I think it's Ing.
that's what I thought.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I had to look it up to double check. And NGYN is like
When?
when. So then we were talking about it, and Gavin says, yeah, most people think I'm Chinese.
Okay.
And then I was like, oh, okay. And then what do you say? No, I'm not. And then they say Vietnamese. And then he says, no, I'm not. So I feel bad because it hasn't happened quite often enough where he feels like this is getting tiring.
Oh, okay.
Luckily.
Is it always from non-Asian?
No, but actually it's from it seems a mixture.
Okay.
Other Vietnamese kids think he's Vietnamese, but he's not.
Yeah.
Other Chinese kids think
Sure.
he's Chinese, but he's not. And then I got all huffy and I was like, what did he say? Oh, Taiwanese. He even got Taiwanese.
Wow.
And then at that point, I got a little huffy and I was like, and nobody guessed
Nobody
Korean
guessed
yet?
Korean.
What happened
Yeah.
to BTS? and then Adonis, he rolled his eyes at me. He's like, just look at your son. Does he look Korean to you? And I was like, I'm sorry. I find that a little offensive because I see it.
Uh-huh.
But he's like, babe, come on. He does not look Korean. He definitely looks Asian ambiguous. And I was like, okay, fair. Because he's a lot darker. He's probably the darkest of the four of us. Actually, no. Adonis. Adonis is, and then Gavin, then Sawyer, then me. So yeah, he was like, no, then eventually he tells them he's Korean Filipino. And they're just like, oh, okay. But it's not like how we grew up. We're like, what's
it's really
that?
not because they don't have a sense because we're not
Exactly. That's what I mean.
We're
have
not
no
telling
sense.
them like, oh, Korean people are the best. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They will say, my favorite food is Korean food.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, that's because that's what you know and love and
Well,
that's
and I guess
your
that's where it
comfort
must
food.
be confusing because Gavin goes around telling everybody his favorite food is pho.
There you go. That's a fair
Yeah, he's like, my favorite food is pho. His literal favorite food is pho. But yeah, their sense of race is so different. And but I do think, it's coming. It's like brewing. Like, and I can sense it. And we're having more of these conversations now.
It's very interesting though, right? Because they don't have a lot of that trauma associated with.
And you don't
it's very
want
interesting
to.
how like the pace of development of that awareness.
Yeah.
And yes, when that need isn't there.
Yeah. And people always like accuse me because of the content that I make. I bet you make your kids racist, right? Because I talk about, and it's like, I am actually, it's almost to a fault, I feel like, in my case, that my children are very naive. Because I don't want them to have the trauma that I did.
Yeah.
So I want them on their own to navigate, you know, what they're, people think that I sit around and tell my kids
like
about
you'll be there
people.
to help them process when they need to.
Yes.
But you're not. I think that's kind of the approach that I take too.
Yeah.
I think.
But it's and then Sawyer was just like, oh, they usually think I'm Chinese. Sawyer's so like, it's whatever, man.
Yeah.
Like he's
whatever. He's
you know,
unbothered.
Our second children are always like, I don't know, in a way they come out feistier, like they're ready to fight the world.
Yeah.
And yet they have this calm at times that are just like so unbothered, like I don't give a fuck.
That's so true.
Right? Do you notice that with Ruby? Like she gets unbothered about certain things, but then, you know, certain battles she won't let you like
have
an inch. I know
so
that
she can either be super easy or just like, all right, very, very, very difficult.
Are you guys planning summer already?
I mean, we've done little things here and there, like camps.
Ooh, you guys camp?
No, camps for them.
Oh,
day stuff.
Those terminology is
day
so
stuff.
confusing.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
this one is like not
but
fun.
don't you find that interesting that they call those things camps?
It is interesting.
Even though it's like just like
even though it's only like 3 hours a day.
Right.
Like,
it's
that's
not
a camp.
When I think of camp, it means like you're gone.
Yeah.
But they're just like going to like a
math camp
activity program.
Yeah.
You're doing math camp for them?
There's this program called Girls Rock Math.
Oh,
and it's like all
that's
nice. Yeah, it's math kind of packaged in like a way where it makes it
like
more
girls
fun
in
than
STEM,
just straight math. Yeah. STEM focus.
Yeah.
Crafts or So Ruby will do that, and then we have like Pedalheads bike camp, swim lessons.
Pedalheads bike camp. What is that?
It's they teach you how to ride
a bike. Oh,
yeah. So
they know how to ride a bike.
Bennett does, but he learned it at Pedalheads.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And Ruby's gonna do that too. She hasn't mastered the 2 wheels.
My husband's so cheap. He watched the program on how REI teaches.
Yeah, and then he did it.
He did it.
Well, there you go. I mean, I don't have the know-how because I don't know how to ride a bike.
Because I don't know how to ride a bike.
Same. So,
oh, that's right. This is why we couldn't be on the Amazing Race
had
together.
to do. Yeah.
Now you do know. No,
I don't. Bennett's like, you have to do Pedalheads.
Yeah, Jane, you have to do it along with your kid, just like I learned how to swim with Sawyer.
No, but you know why I
age 3.
don't? It's torture, these camps. So I felt so bad, but they did Pedalheads 2 weeks, beginning of the summer and then 1 week at the end of the summer. And both of those weeks were record-breaking heat waves.
Oh, no.
And
Last year?
year.
Oh, no.
It's
the
always
worst time.
like the end of June, right? You get a heat wave, and then sometime in August you get another heat wave after a very temperate few weeks.
Yeah.
So I felt really bad, but you know, they got plenty of time in the shade. Ben would stop by during his work day and give him a cold Gatorade.
Aww.
And so I'm like, what's the point? Like, we're always checking on him when the whole point of camp is
to have
get him out the house. Yeah. So, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I mean, we've done those types of things, I guess. But yeah,
we're planning Adonis can't. So his birthday is July. So the whole month of July we're gonna be in Hawaii.
Fun, which is what you guys usually do.
We do. Somehow he manages to.
And does he work at all during that time?
So now, last year it was easy to do because he was unemployed. But now this year he has to work. Not only that, he has to work during like global hours. So his if he was here working, it'd be like starting at like 5 a.m., right? But then in Hawaii, it's like he'd have to start at like 3 a.m. I'm like, are you sure you want to do this? But he's like, I can't go to Hawaii just for a week. After we had the whole 6 month living in Hawaii through COVID, he's like, I don't view Hawaii as a vacation. I view it as like a second home. And I'm like, that's such a rich thing to say.
Yeah.
I don't, but it's true in the sense that we have communities over there, and we have families that we become friends with. So there's like, they're always already asking us like, when are you coming? Yeah. So it really has become, I think we're gonna end up retiring there. And we just do better by, I don't know how people live out on the water here, but I think the water is where our calling is or whatever, even though I can't even swim. I can swim, just not
What
good.
is your version of being out on the water? Like on a boat or just being near
If
it?
I'm just on a paddle boat, just sitting, I'm
a paddle
happy.
boat or a paddle board?
Sorry, paddle board.
Paddle board, yeah.
Yeah, or even if I'm just floating in the water. I don't have to be, I mean, shit, I would want a yacht, but that's never like gonna happen. But I would be happy to be in my inner tube. Did I ever tell you the story of I was out in my inner tube and I was meditating? And it was, have you ever been to the Big Island?
No.
So there's a beach called the Big Beach, and it's notorious for like big waves.
Yeah.
And it's just like a really like, it's probably one of the most popular beaches because it's like massively big. So I was floating out there, and I like to meditate in the water. I just like to pray and be like, thank God for everything. And I was just like floating and floating. And then when I opened my eyes, the people had become like little ants. And
you
then
went
I
so
was hearing,
far
like,
offshore.
Yeah. And the lifeguard was waving there.
Like, you were gonna go out in the open ocean.
Yeah. Come back in right now. Like in the megaphone. I was like, who's in the pink? Oh, that's me.
Good thing you were in pink though.
Yeah.
Okay. So note to self, don't do purple hair or blue hair before you go to Hawaii. You can blend in with the ocean. So I think it's fun. Adonis, I think you need to keep the pink hair.
This was definitely in the time when I had a more natural color, but I did have a hot pink inner tube. But yeah, and then but you know, at this time when this happened, I could not swim at all.
Oh, when did you learn how to swim?
I learned how to swim when Sawyer was like 3, so like 5 years ago. It happened before. So they're telling me to swim back.
Yeah.
But I'm slow. I can kick my feet, but I can't like swim.
Yeah, and kicking in an inner tube is going to be slow.
Yeah, it's hella slow. And so now I can see as I'm like the ants are all stood up. They're all like watching, and I'm like, oh my God. And I'm like, I'm coming. And they keep yelling like, you need to swim back. You need to. And I'm like, I am. In my mind, I'm like, I am. And then there's this boy that comes on a surfboard. He's like, hey, ma'am, do you need help? He said, hey, ma'am.
He ma'amed you.
So then I had to like grab on his board. And he's like, and I'm like, now we're closer to shore. And everybody's watching. I'm like, you know what? Like, can you go away now? Because I'm like, I got it. Like, this is embarrassing. Now people are like lined up. I finally get to shore. Or actually, even before that, oh my God, let me tell you the more embarrassing part. There was a man, a lifeguard in a, what do you call those things? Like a little scooter thing. And he had come out and he's like, hey, how you doing? And I was like, I'm fine. I just, I can't like swim fast. I'm not like really good at it. I didn't want to tell him that I can't swim at all. I shouldn't have been out there at all.
Like, you shouldn't have even been out there.
And he was like, oh yeah, you know, that's what I thought. I thought you were just having a good time. I told my boss not to worry about you, but he insisted I come out here. So, you know, just look like you're talking with me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay.
He covered for you.
So you're good.
Yeah.
You're good. I was like, yeah, I told him, like, I think she's just chilling in the sun out there. I don't think you need to worry about it. Don't do that to her. Don't announce it.
Yeah.
But he insisted. I'm sorry. So then I finally get to shore. And there's like so many people like standing around.
Gosh.
And I'm still dragging. Like, I got out of the water, but I still am holding my inner tube like this. And I'm like waddling over. And Adonis and the kids were building like a sandcastle. And Adonis wouldn't even look at me. He keeps building the sandcastle. He's like, just walk away from us. Walk away from us. I cannot believe you. Just walk away. I'm so embarrassed right now. Get away from us.
I don't want them to know that you're
He's
our
like,
family.
I can't believe you right now.
Yeah.
You like, now everybody is just staring at us.
Yeah.
Get away from us.
Yeah.
He did not want to be associated with me. And that's why I learned to swim.
Mm-hmm. That's
to no
funny.
longer bring shame to my family.
That is funny.
Yeah. But we will be back in Hawaii, and I will not love the water that much. And that's one of our summer plans, but like trauma. Like I know how to bring shame onto my family. And my kids are like, Mom, did you not hear the lifeguard repeating everything? And I was like, I heard him. Oh my God. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Now that I think about it, there's been so many traumatizing things that have happened in the water for us. Like, so Sawyer also got stung, not by a jellyfish. I forget what it's called, but he was out there.
An anemone? Anemone?
No. What is an anemone? Huh?
Like in the tide pools, like in shallow water.
Wait, is that what it's called? And I've been saying it wrong? Stung
What?
by not jellyfish. Manta.
Oh, a ray? A manta
No,
ray?
not a manta ray.
A
No.
manta ray? I don't know. Where would he encounter
die.
a manta ray?
We're so dumb.
A man of war.
Man of war!
But that is a type of jellyfish.
Okay.
Yeah.
But what did you call it before? Manini?
An anemone.
Anemone.
Where Nemo lives. Like that little pluffy, it looks like a loofah.
Oh,
Yeah, but
okay,
those
good.
things
No,
can
man of
sting.
war.
A man of
That's
war.
what he got stung by. So he goes in the water. Sawyer goes in the water. He comes out. And then what did he say? Oh, he didn't know what to call it. He didn't know what had happened to him. So he was like, I'm sunburned! I'm sunburned! And he's shaking his, I'm sunburned!
Poor baby.
And then the lifeguard comes.
Uh-huh.
My God, Sawyer is like me. I just realized like we both had lifeguards come running after us. And this lifeguard comes zipping in and he's like, get down! And, like throws him on the sand and like rolls him.
Oh.
And he's like, yeah, there's been man of wars that have been shooting at people all day today.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and then we had to like throw sand on him and like.
What does the sand do?
I guess it kind of neutralizes or something, helps with.
Yeah.
Oh, poor guy.
Oh,
so
poor
then,
baby.
as we were talking about, being in Hawaii this year, he goes,
Yeah.
he says, yeah, I don't know. I'm a little nervous about Hawaii because of my past situations.
No.
Sawyer. I don't know. But yes, can you believe it's almost summer? I mean, it's May.
Yeah, I can't believe it's May. That's just crazy.
And Mother's Day.
Mm-hmm.
Who plans Mother's Day in your house?
So the last 2 years I wasn't home because I just went on girls' trips.
Best Mother's Day gift
yes,
ever.
Yes. So
but this year you'll be home.
I'm in town.
What do you guys normally do?
What do we normally? Like in the COVID years, it was very chill.
Oh, yeah,
like,
yeah. Because your kids are
breakfast
small. Those
or
were the,
brunch delivered to us.
Yeah.
A lot of the local restaurants had Mother's Day brunch boxes. So we did that, I remember, for the COVID year.
Are there things about COVID years you miss?
Yes.
How did I know you were going to say that? Less pressure to be anywhere.
Yeah, I think in the beginning it was really hard, but then it really...
I think we adjusted. I think
look back on that time fondly.
It was so, like, time slowed down and you could
Everything
be in your
was
little...
slow. We just
I knew
did
you
so
would say
many
that.
new things together.
Yeah.
And just the simplest things seemed
It was like a
fun.
simpler way of life.
Yeah.
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 I knew you would say that. I knew you missed it. I had a feeling.
Really?
Yeah, because we have a lot of obligations.
I loved when we didn't have to travel for Christmas.
Not having to be anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we did Zoom opening presents, and I loved it, Ellen. My sister was like, oh, I'm so sad. So sad. I was like,
You're like, life couldn't be better
I
right now.
love this. The only thing that would have made it perfect is if my parents hadn't sent Ruby a dollhouse that we had to assemble ourselves. And it was the most tedious task ever that we had to do Christmas Eve.
Wow.
And that's when I really thought I was going to strangle Ben.
The dollhouse?
Yeah.
Why? He couldn't get it done?
It was just difficult.
Oh.
Like, it was just hard. Like the
Oh.
IKEA furniture, usually I'm the one that does the IKEA furniture.
Really? Oh, I
Yeah.
could never.
And you know, it's like that too many cooks in the kitchen.
Yes. It's better.
I'm going to do it myself.
It's
like
better.
It's that.
Yeah, that's true.
And so we're trying to be quiet because the kids are sleeping, right?
Oh.
And we waited until the last. It was a huge box, so I was like,
Oh.
I'm gonna open it Christmas Eve, and then it literally was just panels, and it had numbers, and the numbers have to correspond,
no.
and yeah.
You
so
should
that
have
was not a good-
hired one of those TaskRabbit people.
I know.
Yeah.
We had no idea. They probably wouldn't. They probably would have been expensive with
I know,
COVID,
you're right,
or-
because it would have
yeah.
been.
But I did enjoy the COVID. I don't enjoy the fear. I don't miss that.
Right, obviously.
But it just made it nice. And then, you know what? Hanging out with people had no pressure because it
Yes,
was literally
no
like,
social
I'm going to drop
obligations.
off some coffee for you. I'm going to
Yeah.
drop off some boba for you. And
I love that.
I loved the kid drive-through parties. Am I a Scrooge? Like,
Like you're at one of those zoos.
I
drive-through
did. Some
zoos?
people like I have some friends who are extra, and they did like drive-through parties for their kids, and I just did no parties.
I
for the
did no
kids.
parties. I did
No.
no
I'm
parties.
like, why would you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, actually, that's so funny you say that because we did no parties and I fucking loved it.
Loved it.
And then Adonis is like, well, now that, this year, do we throw a party? And I'm like,
well, do the kids have are their birthdays far apart?
yeah.
Okay. So you have to do like two distinct.
Yes.
We have a
it's-
birthday party season, so it's kind of like one and done.
Right.
really
You guys all
stressful.
have May birthdays?
We all have February birthdays,
birthdays.
so which always seems really fast after Christmas, but then
Yeah.
after February, I'm like scot-free until December.
Well, I will say, Gavin, since kind of going into his birthday parties have gone simpler,
Yes,
like
'cause
just
he's-
little sleepovers
sure.
with few
You
friends.
don't have to invite like the whole class.
Yeah, in January.
Yeah.
Then in Sawyer, we feel a little bit of pressure because he does, so Adonis always says this. He gets more concerned about Sawyer because he did the whole COVID years. He didn't have
I
kindergarten
see.
normal.
He didn't have that kind of
Yeah.
socializing.
Yeah, and so he is a little bit more shy-ish.
mhm.
And then, like, I think because his birthday is not in the school year,
Mhm.
he, like,
You kind of
feels-
miss out.
Yeah, you miss out on
Yeah.
having a party or something. So then I think we do have this feeling of, like, we have to make up for it. And so then we throw, like, this big backyard party.
But you
'cause
can
it's the
do
middle
it
of-
backyard.
like
it can be very low
outside.
stakes.
Yeah, so it's like, okay, we can do a big outside party.
Yeah.
But yeah, now there was no pressure, social pressure.
Mhm.
People think I love just being out and about.
No.
And we're all very homebody.
Yeah.
And
You're just an extrovert, like within your home.
yeah.
Or you bring people into your home.
when I meet a person, I just come out alive in terms of talking
Yeah.
and socializing.
And you're very energized by that. Yeah.
But
Mhm.
then when I leave that situation, I want to go home. Like
Yeah.
it did drain
Yeah.
me. I
Well,
mean, not
think
in a bad way.
it's a misconception that extroverts always want to be in the
Yeah.
presence of people.
I love laying around at home with my kids,
Mhm.
watching a movie or playing a game. I miss those
But
days.
you need that so that you can then go out and
Yeah.
then be energized by
Yeah. The
people.
balance.
And yeah.
It's the balance.
Yeah.
But I do miss those COVID days. It felt like it went slower and you could
Mhm.
count. Like now we're back to like, oh my God, 3 months have passed and
Yes.
school's almost over and I didn't
Yeah.
plan anything. That kind of thing.
Right.
Back to the blink of an eye, Jane.
I know.
It's okay. We got this. We got this. Write to us. Tell us what you want to hear from us. We'd love to engage with you on what interests you.
You can email us, reply@replyyc.com, or DM us on Instagram.
All right. Until next time. Bye.
Bye.